When did Saruman turn evil? In the Lord of the Rings movies, Gandalf famously asked Saruman, when did he abandon reason for madness? This raises an important question. When did Saruman become evil, and why? Saruman began as Saruman the Wise, the leader of the Istari, a group of 5 Maiar sent by the Valar to aid Middle-earth against Sauron. However, by the time we meet him in the Lord of the Rings, he has clearly fallen. To understand his descent, we must look far back, even before he reached Middle-earth. Saruman, a powerful Maya, was one of 5 Istari sent to Middle-earth around the year 1000 of the Third Age. From the start, the Istari were not a united group. The Blue Wizards traveled east and disappeared, Radagast kept to himself, and Gandalf worked alone in the northwest. Saruman, despite considering himself the leader, was often isolated. Even during their selection, Saruman's pride and jealousy were evident. He volunteered eagerly to go, believing himself the leader, while Gandalf hesitated and had to be ordered. Yet Varda and Yavanna both made gestures that subtly undermined Saruman's authority, favoring Gandalf and insisting Radagast accompany Saruman. Saruman dismissed Radagast as a fool, and later grew resentful when Círdan gifted Gandalf the Ring of Fire Narya, an honor Saruman felt he deserved. These slights planted the seeds of envy and ill will. Saruman spent much of the early Third Age in the East, alongside the Blue Wizards. Little is known of their activities, but Tolkien suggests they ultimately failed in their mission, some becoming founders of cults and magical traditions. During this period, Saruman studied the devices of Sauron and became drawn to the Dark Lord's methods. His pride and desire for power began to grow, furthering his inner corruption. When Saruman returned to the west, Galadriel formed the White Council to oppose Sauron. She wanted Gandalf to lead, but Gandalf declined, leaving Saruman to take the position. However, Saruman's jealousy of Gandalf only deepened. By this point, Saruman had already started studying the lore of the Rings of Power, becoming fascinated with Sauron's craft. Over the next centuries, his obsession with power grew. He fortified Orthanc in Isengard, sought out a Palantir, and began plotting in secret. Around the year 2850 of the Third Age, Gandalf discovered that Sauron had returned to Dol Guldur. He urged the White Council to attack, but Saruman vetoed the plan, hoping to use Sauron's growing power to further his own search for the One Ring. By this time, Saruman was already a traitor at heart. He envied Sauron and desired the ring for himself, seeing it as a means to rule Middle-earth. Eventually, Saruman did authorize an attack on Dol Guldur in 2941, but only to prevent Sauron from finding the ring before he could. By 3000, Saruman had fully fallen under Sauron's influence through the Palantir in Orthanc, though he still secretly hoped to claim the ring for himself. Saruman's fall was not sudden. It began with pride, jealousy, and an obsession with power. Over centuries, his studies into dark knowledge corrupted him further, turning him into a figure who envied and ultimately served Sauron. Yet Saruman remained multi-layered, a once noble figure who slowly descended into villainy. In Tolkien's world, even great figures like Saruman can fall, while humble ones like the hobbits can rise to great heights. Saruman's final defeat in the Shire, at the hands of those he considered insignificant, is a fitting irony. It underscores one of Tolkien's central themes. The greatest power lies in humility and resilience, not domination.